it's Miss Shelley here today, and I am so excited that we get to do yoga together again. Now, today we're going to be doing a back to school yoga, and we're going to be focusing on peace and calm and happiness. So I know there might be a lot of different things right now. Maybe you've headed back to school or to daycare, and you might be doing that virtually through the computer screen, or you might be doing that in person. And either way, there's probably a lot of differences from last year. One major thing is masks. So I brought a few different masks. Now this is one of my favorites. And it looks like this, and it's tie-dye. And I love it because it has a lot of rainbow and fun colors on it. But it's still me underneath, even if you can't see my smile when my mask is on. I also brought this one. This one's kind of silly, and I look sort of like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. And that's a funny one that can make you smile. And even if it's not my smile, you know that you're getting smiled at. You might also see people with these on. These are more the disposable kind. They look more like what you might wear in a doctor's office. I know that my kids, when we went to the doctor, they got their very own that looked like this. Same idea as the adult ones, but they had cute little teddy bears on them. And I also have this one. And this is a Harry Potter mask. Kind of looks like Harry Potter. I like it because the lightning bolts remind me of Harry Potter, and that is one of my very favorite stories. And my daughter has one that one of her awesome friends' moms made for us that's all the little Harry Potter characters that she gets to wear. So I just wanted you to see a few different masks. I know if you're going to school or daycare, your teachers and caregivers will be wearing those masks, and you probably are too. If you are going to the library, you have to wear a mask right now. If you're going even to a park somewhere outside, sometimes you have to wear a mask if you can't be far enough away from other people who aren't part of your immediate family. So things are a little different, but that doesn't mean that they have to be scary or nervous. And if they are, we're going to come up with some ways to work on that. So one thing is to remember, even though things are different, we should think about what the same is. The things that are the same right now is that if you're going to school and you're doing it either through the computer or in person or daycare, your teachers and your caregivers are there for you, and they love you, and they want you to learn and grow with them, and they want to keep you safe and healthy. So they're wearing that mask to keep you safe and healthy, but nothing else has changed. They want to be there to help you grow and learn throughout the year. And another cool thing is that even though people have a mask on, if I put this on, you might not be able to tell I'm smiling, but especially on adults, when they smile, they get these little crinkles in their eyes, and that way you know that they're smiling at you. You can also hear in the tone of their voice that they're smiling, and every adult will want you to know that if you can't tell if they're happy with you or sad, the same way that if they had a mask on or not, always ask. If you ask a question, they're there to help you. All right, so if we're going to school and we feel a little nervous about some of the new things, or even maybe we're going to soccer and that's a little different, we have to wear a mask, or dance, or hanging out at the library, I thought we could try a breathing technique that can help get rid of any of those worries that you have. So we're going to start with balloon breath today. So we're going to take a deep breath. And we're going to breathe in and fill our balloons up with all of our worries, and then we're going to let them all out and go away, all right? So take your hands to your side, and you breathe in. Fill up your balloon, breathe in. Fill up your balloon, breathe in. And then we go pop, and you blow all the worries away. Should we try that a few more times? Okay. Breathe in. Fill up with all your worries, breathe in. One more time, breathe in, and pop, all the worries get sent away. Okay, let's do that one more time. Let's see how big we can make the balloon this time. So fill it up with anything that makes you nervous or scared or worried. Ready? Breathe in a little more, and pop. Great work. So that's a great way that if you're feeling a little nervous, it's sort of a fun breathing game you can do to get rid of any of your jitters. Also, just so you know, if you are wearing your mask, and you put this on, and you're maybe standing in line at school or wherever you might be and you're nervous, You can still take nice breaths, deep breaths with your mask on. So you could just put your hands on your belly, and it might even help to count out those breaths. You could do breathe in and breathe out. And you could breathe in for 1, 2, and then breathe out for 1, 2. Good job. Sometimes when we count our breath, that helps us just to focus on that and not worry about any of the other stuff that's going on around us that might make us nervous or scared. It can help us calm down and focus a little. All right, so now that we did that, I thought we would warm up our bodies a little because that's always a fun way to start yoga. So we are going to take our legs, we're going to go into crisscross applesauce, and we're just going to do some gentle movements that'll start getting us ready to do some more yoga. So you put your hands on your knees, and we're going to sing a song that goes like this, and we're going to go around in a circle. And you can make your circle as big and slow, or you can make it kind of small and fast, whatever feels good today. So it goes like this. We go tick, tock, like a clock. Keep on going till we stop. Good work. Should we try in the other direction? Tick, tock, like a clock. Keep on going till we stop. Good job. Okay, so that kind of loosens up our back and gets us ready to move. And then I thought we'd do a few cat-cows to gently warm up our back or our spine a little more. And then we're going to try something called thread the needle. I don't know if we've done this before, so I'll try and position myself so you can see me the best way. So we're going to start with cat-cow. And if you want to meow and moo along with the positions, go for it. So we go on to hands and knees like this. And then when we're cow, we breathe in and we let our belly sag and drop. Take a nice big belly breath. And then when you're a cat, you breathe out and you round your back and you look just like a Halloween Frady cat or a black cat. So let's try that again. We breathe in. You can go moo. And then breathe out. Meow, 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 meow. Great job. One more time. Moo. Meow, 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 meow. Good work, everybody. And then come to just regular hands and knees. And you're going to take one hand and put it on the ground right in front of you. And then we reach the other hand up. And then we bring it under. And that's why it's called thread the needle. The space between our legs and our arm is kind of, this is our needle going through, or our thread going through the needle hole. And then you stretch out. And just take a couple breaths in that position. Good work. And then we come right back to center. And then do that with the other hand. So plant the other hand in front of you. Stretch up towards the sky. And then put the thread right through the needle. And you can push the other arm right over. Or you can leave it right here, whichever works best for you. Take a few breaths in that position. All right, and then come back to crisscross applesauce. Or hands in, I guess I'm on my knees, so whatever is a comfortable seat for you. Now that stretch, the thread the needle stretch, is a great one if you've been playing a lot or if you have had to spend more time in front of a computer screen, maybe you're doing school over the computer screen. That can make our shoulders and the top part of our back feel really tight. So if you do that thread the needle, you can do that when you first wake up, or you can do that right before you go to bed, or anytime you feel like you need a good stretch. That's a great one to stretch out those muscles of your shoulders and your back. All right, so I thought we'd do one more song to warm us up. We're going to do head, shoulders, yogi toes. Actually, I'll start sitting because you can do this in two ways. You can do it sitting or standing, and I'll show you both ways, whichever is most comfortable for you. So if we're sitting, we're going to spread our legs out, kind of in a nice wide V, and it goes like this. Head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Reach for the sky, then hands down past our nose. Head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Good work. Now, if you liked how that felt, stay sitting for the second verse. Otherwise, if you want to try standing it up, come do that with me. So, same idea. We go head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Reach for the sky, then hands down past our nose. Head, shoulders, yogi toes, yogi toes. Oh, good work, everyone. Now we're really stretched out. So now that we are ready to do some more yoga, I thought we would do a kindness yoga flow. Now, what that means is that we are going to spell out the word kind. A lot of yoga poses have animals that are associated with them, or animal names, and some don't, so we might have to make up our own, but I think we can do it. So, do you know how to spell kind? It's the letters K, I, N, D. There's 4 letters in kind. So let's see, what animal starts with a K? A koala starts with a K, a kangaroo, lots of Australian animals. So why don't we try kangaroo? So what we're going to do is there's no kangaroo pose in yoga, but we're going to do chair pose. So I think I'll turn to the side so you can see me. What we do is we bend our bums back and kind of bend our knees so it looks like we're sitting in a chair. And then we raise our arms up. Now this is traditional chair pose, but for a kangaroo, I thought we could bring our paws in front of us, and then you can bounce around if you want in your chair pose. So bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. Great work. Now we're going to do the letter I, and the I that I thought of was iguana. And iguana, do you know what animal an iguana is? It's a lizard. So lizard pose is one of my very favorite poses in yoga. What we do is we get down on our knees, you bring one leg out in front of you, and you put one out behind you, and you're in a lunge. I can turn this way so you can sort of see. And we take both hands and put them on one side of the leg. So in a normal lunge, a traditional lunge, you look like this. Often you do that before you warm up to run. And for lizard, we go like this. Now, only go as far as feels comfortable. I don't want anyone getting hurt or overstretching any muscles. And if it ever doesn't feel comfortable, you can always lower your knee in the back and still get a really great stretch. Okay, then we'll come back to hands and knees, and then we'll switch to the other side. So bring that leg out, the other leg out, extend your back leg. That's kind of like your lizard tail. And then place your hands. Great work. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is N. N, the animal I first thought of was narwhal. There is no narwhal pose in yoga, but we can make one up. So I want everyone to come into mountain pose. You can put your feet tight together, and those could be your back flippers, or you can put them a little bit apart. And then put your hands out like they're your side flippers. And then a narwhal is known as the unicorn of the sea. So we're gonna bring our hands up and clap our hands together and make that our unicorn or narwhal horn. Great work. All right, and then the last one is D. And there is definitely a D in yoga. Does anyone know what it is? It's downward dog. So this is a pose we've done a lot. You put your feet out behind you, and you put your arms out in front of you, and you make yourself into a V. And then you can wag your tail if you want. You could lift up one leg and wag it. You could lift up the other leg and wag it. All right, and then we come back to the ground. Great job. You just spelled the word kind using all your different yoga poses, one animal for each letter. That was pretty fun. So, why is kindness important? Well, right now, where so many things are kind of different, especially if you're in a new situation, a lot of times it really helps if someone's kind to you. I know we always try to be kind to each other, and it's always great to try your best. But when someone's kind to you, that can really help make a situation a little less scary or a little less nervous and make you feel more comfortable. So if you have someone that's kind to you, then you can remember that and try to pass it on. So maybe you didn't know what to do at school the first day in line, but a teacher was there to help you out. And then the next day you see a younger student who doesn't know what to do or they're nervous, you can try to share that kindness and help them out and teach them. So anytime you find a way that you can pass on some kindness, that's a wonderful thing. All right, so sometimes if I feel nervous or sad or worried about something, I like to think about things that make me happy, because that can cheer me up just thinking about those things. Now, in yoga, we have things that are called affirmations. And that's really, you might know what that word means. If you don't, it's just a big word for saying something that kind of becomes what you hope will happen, maybe for the day. So I might wake up in the morning and my affirmation to myself might be, today is going to be a great day. And the more I say that and think about that in the morning, the more I'm actually able to help myself have a great day. And if something goes wrong, because not everything is going to be right during a day, I'm able to sort of think of that and go, today's going to be a great day. How can I turn this around and make lemonade out of lemons, or make it seem more like sunshine than clouds, right? Another thing you could say is an affirmation of, today I'm going to try my best. That's, it seems really simple, but sometimes we forget that. We forget that when we try our best, that can make us happy, that can make others around us happy, and it can make us feel really proud that maybe we didn't get it exactly right. Maybe we didn't spell a word right on the spelling test, but you know what? We tried our best, and that's what's really important. So an affirmation can really be anything, but sometimes it's a great way to start your day on the right foot. Now, if I'm thinking about other things that make me happy, I think of the song Happy and I Know It. So should we do Happy and You Know It together, the yoga version? All right, sit in a comfortable seat. And we're going to go through a couple different yoga poses. So it'll start out the same with clap our hands, and then we're going to change it up and have a little bit of fun with it. All right. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Ready? We'll make our butterfly wings. Get your wings ready. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. Great work. Now what else could we do? Maybe we could be a tree. And we'll wave our leaves, all right? So when we do tree pose, just a reminder, you can keep your foot on the ground like a little kickstand to give yourself balance. You can bring it to your shin, or you can bring it all the way up to your thigh. Just don't put it on your knee because we don't want anyone getting hurt. All right, I'll go here today. If you're happy and you know it, wave your leaves. If you're happy and you know it, wave your leaves. Let's switch legs. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, wave your leaves. Great work. So maybe we could be a bird. We'll do warrior 3 or airplane pose. So if you remember, we're going to put our foot down, kick one foot out behind us, and go like this. If you're happy and you know it, fly so high. If you're happy and you know it, fly so high. Switch legs. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, fly so high. Great work. If you're happy and you know it, let's be dogs. Wag your tail. If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail. Great job. And maybe we could end with being a star. So let's do star pose. Legs wide, arms wide. If you're happy and you know it, shine so bright. If you're happy and you know it, shine so bright. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shine so bright. Great work, everyone. Now, when I'm happy, I always try to think of what maybe made me happy throughout the day. And if I think of something, I can just say a little thank you to in my head, or I could say it to the person or thing that made me happy. So maybe a teacher helped me out that day, and I would say thank you. And that kind of passes that on, that she knows I appreciated it. Maybe mom or dad worked really hard all day, but then they still made one of my favorite meals for dinner, or they were able to play one of my favorite games with me before bed. So a quick little thank you to yourself, but also a thank you to them would be a really wonderful thing. And if you are able to do that every day, every night before you go to bed, excuse me, you can think of something that made you happy. And you can just say it to yourself or thank them in person or even in a little note. That is what becomes an attitude of gratitude. So if you do that every day, you'll start to see how thinking about what made you happy and then being thankful for what made you happy actually kind of makes you happier as the days go on. And it's a pretty cool cycle, I think. But sometimes, no matter what we do, we still have a no good, very bad day, right? So I was thinking we could try doing grumpy breath together. We'll try it now when hopefully we're feeling pretty good. And then that way, at a time when you do feel actually grumpy, you can remember this technique and use it because you've already practiced it when you're happy. So get in a comfortable seat and make a really grumpy face. You can scrunch up your eyes and maybe fist your hands and think about how you feel when you are so super grumpy or so angry. And that's the face I want you to make. And then we're going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe out, and we imagine that we blew little bubbles that have all our grumpies in them. And then you can go pop, 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 pop. Great work. Okay, so let's try it again. Grumpy face. Oh, super grumpy, and then blow out. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, let's try it once more. Really grumpy face. Blow the grumpies away. Pop, 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 pop. Great work. Now, I know right now it's just silly and it's a fun game that we're playing, but that's a great one to have so that way someday when you're feeling grumpy, you can remember it and try that technique, and it hopefully will cheer you up a little bit. And I think the final thing for me is if I'm having a tough day and something just made me upset, a lot of times we'll turn up the music really loud in our house and have a dance party, or maybe we'll all sing a silly song together. So I thought we'd sing a silly song together and do some motions with it, because the dancing and the motions can really help get out some of that angry or frustrated energy and turn kind of a grumpy day around. So we're going to do the Noble Duke of York. All right, so we stand up. You might know the song, but if not, we'll sing it a couple times through so you can learn it. The noble Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. Oh, when you're up, and when you're down, and when you're only halfway there, you're neither up nor down. Good work. Should we do that again? The noble Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. Oh, when you're up, and when you're down, and when you're only halfway there, neither up nor down. Good job. Should we try that one more time super fast? Okay. The noble Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. Oh, when you're up, and when you're down, and when you're only halfway there, you're neither up nor down. Good job. That kind of song, just a silly, quick song, can really help to change your feelings for the day, I feel like. All right. So one really important thing to remember is that feelings are really neither good nor bad. They just sort of are how you feel at the moment. But how we let them affect us and how we react to them is really what matters. So sometimes we just need to find a way where we can calm down. I'm going to practice with you something called Peace Begins With Me. And it's very simple. This is something that you could do really anywhere. You don't need any equipment. You can say it inside, so you can just say it in your head. If you don't want people to know you're doing it, maybe you're doing it at your desk at school. Maybe you find right now, especially, you have to have a lot of patience because things are taking longer. Even the line to get into school or the line to do an activity might be longer. And this would be a great time you could do it. And this is also a great one to do when you're getting ready for bed, or maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and things just feel a little off. This is a great way to help calm yourself down. So we take our hands and we're going to breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we go, peace begins with me. So you can leave your hands like this. Like I said, if you're at school, you could just have them in your desk or on your lap. We breathe in. We go, peace begins with me. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Peace begins with me. Great work. And you probably, from all that movement we're doing, you're probably already feeling your heart slowing down and you're just getting a little bit calmer. So try it once more. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes, or you can just have a soft gaze and kind of not focus on anything in particular. So ready? Breathe in. Then we go, peace begins with me. Great work. And that's another one of those affirmations we talked about, saying that peace starts with me. If I can spread peace and I can spread calmness, then I know that I can share that with others, right? So now we finished all of our calming down. We had all of our different fun. We have a lot of new techniques that we learned that could help us if we're having some nervous or worried feelings at school, or if we feel a little frustrated about something. And I think that we are going to do a little bit of a relaxation together. I'm going to help you get down into the relaxation. If you look at the video, you might see me sit back up, and that's only so that you can hear me, but I will guide you once it's time to get back up as well. Don't worry. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll backwards. So you can get light on your feet, you can grab your knees, and you roll backwards. Great. And then we're going to grab, if you're able, grab your feet, and you rock back and forth and back and forth. This is called Happy Baby. So if you've ever seen a baby, or if you have younger siblings, they often play with their feet and do this. And it's just a really good way to loosen up your muscles and help calm down and relax a little. And then we're going to put our feet together like butterfly legs, but lower them to the ground. So we're laying down butterfly now. We're going to put a hand on our belly, maybe put one on our heart, and taking a deep breath. And let it out. One more, taking a deep breath. And let it out slowly. Let's do one more. Take in the deepest breath you've taken all day. And let it all out nice and slowly. You can even sigh if you want. Now I want you to slowly stick your legs, stretch them out, stretch out your arms. Good work. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And then we're going to take a few more breaths. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a happy place. Now it's going to be different for everyone, and it might even be different for you depending on the day and depending on your mood. But what I want you to think of is a place where you can be calm, where it's very peaceful, where you can feel totally safe and totally relaxed. Now picture it in your mind. I want you to think of the sights and the sounds and the smells. Like I said, it'll be different for everybody, but let's use a tropical meadow as an example. So I love Hawaii, so I can think of a beautiful meadow in Hawaii, and maybe I feel a gentle breeze blowing on me. Maybe I see some beautiful, vibrant, colorful flowers. Maybe I smell their scent. I might hear ocean waves that are far off, kind of lapping on the shore. I might see some birds and hear their wings flapping or hear them chattering in the trees. And I might also hear the palm fronds and the trees swaying back and forth. So what I want you to do is find that place, whatever it is for you today. I want you to focus on why it makes you happy and focus on what it is about that place specifically that's such a great place for you. What makes you feel calm there? How does it help you feel peaceful? How does it help you feel relaxed? And I want you to settle in deeper, so you're laying down. And you can keep your hands on your belly and your heart if you want, or you can keep them at your sides and take a few deep breaths. We'll breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Great work. Now let your breathing kind of go back to normal. And I want you to relax your face. So we're going to relax the muscles of our forehead, make sure it doesn't feel tight or tense. Relax your jaw. A lot of people clench their jaw when they're trying to relax, so just make sure your jaw feels really loose. Make sure that nothing feels scrunched up on your face. Then I want you to relax your neck. And then I want you to relax your shoulders, relax your upper arms, relax your lower arms, and relax your hands and fingers and feel them really sinking into the ground. Take another breath, and as you let it out, relax your chest, relax your back, and make sure you have a nice soft belly. All the muscles in your belly are relaxed. And we'll take another breath in. And as we breathe out, make sure that your upper legs are relaxed. Your knees are nice and gentle, not tight. Your lower legs are relaxed. And your feet and toes are super relaxed. And just feel yourself really melting into the ground and enjoying wherever you're imagining your happy place is, feeling as relaxed and almost ready to sleep as you can. Now take a few more breaths. We'll breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy the peace of your happy place. Take another breath in, another breath out. Good job. Let's do one more. Breathe in and breathe out. Good work. Now we're going to start waking up our bodies a little. So I want you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe you could scrunch up your hands and toes and then release them a little. And then once you've done that, you can wiggle your legs and arms a little. And I want you to roll to one side, whatever side's most comfortable. Put your hands under your head like a little pillow. And then gently push up to sitting in your own time. Good work. So now we're going to take a comfortable seat. And I hope you feel really relaxed. I hope you have a lot of new tools that can help you handle any emotions that might come your way. And we're going to sing our Namaste song together to end our class. So it's like we're giving ourselves a big high five. Bring your hands together at your heart. And we sing, my inner light, it shines for you. Your inner light is shining too. The beauty in me sees the beauty in you. Namaste. Great work today, everyone. You are so awesome. The awesome in me bows to the awesome in you. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful start to the new school year.